For those of you unfamiliar with the term gnosis, I wanted to explain that gnosis is the basis to the term knowledge. That's exactly what it translates to, is knowledge. And with that idea, I wanted to impart a little knowledge. So, a lot of people right now are kind of walking around in a state of blank, right? They don't exactly know how to interact with other people in an appropriate way, and they demand that you have their best interest at heart when they do not have your best interest at heart. So what I'd like to say about this is, if you're one of these people who are demanding respect and a certain tone from people, that is an internal thing that you are dealing with, okay? If somebody is intentionally being disrespectful and mean to you, that is a different story. But if somebody is just talking to you and being their natural self, and all they're trying to do is communicate with you, they're not trying to offend, then if you're taking an offense to that, that is something they are triggering within you. They are reflecting something back in you that you don't care for. And what needs to happen in this situation is not that you demand that they change for you, but that you analyze in what is going on inside of you that is creating that disturbance, that whatever it is that they said caused, okay? And I can break this down very simply by saying that there are a lot of people in the world right now that are making statements and having prejudices that are actually reflective of what they are expecting from somebody else in regards to race, in regards to this gender war, in regards to all of this that's going on. Some of these people are just, they have psychotic emotional problems. They have demons behind whatever's going on inside of them, okay? And those demons tend to stir up whatever hurts inside of them in order to keep them in a suppressed state, okay? And once they are in this suppressed state, they are demanding that everybody kowtow to their feelings because they don't know how to process their feelings. So therefore, it is everybody else's responsibility to take, care of them. And that is not how the world works. The world works in a relationship with how you deal with yourself, how you love yourself, and once you can love yourself, you can love others properly. But this requires work. It requires you to take a look at what's going on inside of yourself in order to get to that place where you can just say, when somebody says something like that and it triggers something in you can just say, oh, that was something inside of me that I was pre-programmed with. I don't need that anymore. I can discard that. If they said something that triggered you, it's about you if it wasn't aimed at you, okay? That's in your heart, your soul, your insecurities. That's the very most simple answer to why this is going on. Nobody wants to take responsibility in their own heart. And this includes Christians who've been taught that they are supposed to love their neighbor as they love themselves. But they don't love themselves, and therefore they cannot love their neighbor. So my recommendation here is that you find what it is in yourself that people trigger, and you work on those things. And once you do that, you will respond in a much more appropriate way. and then they will respond in kind to you. And if they do not, and they are intentionally nasty and rude and mean, that's when you make your boundaries. That's when you draw a line and say, that part is not okay. You cannot abuse me and have me be okay with that. But if you're just talking in general and you say something that's triggering, then I have to look at myself and say, why did that trigger me? Don't I?